Coal-fired plants contribute to global warming by Chelsea McDonald. Global warming is the increase of Earth's temperature caused by carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases trapped in the atmosphere. The rise in Earth's temperature caused by the increased emission of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases is causing many environmental issues. The continuing rise of Earth's temperature is leading to the melting of polar ice caps, which in result is harming the animals of the Arctic, causing a rise in sea levels, and making natural disasters worse. The heat of Earth's temperature is also harming humans and even killing them in unbearable situations. I will begin by stating that using coal as a resource to produce power is dispensing large amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. I will argue that Consol Energy should switch to 100% use of natural gas to fuel energy to their communities to help eliminate the amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere, which is causing global warming. I will try to convince my stakeholders, Consol Energy, that instead of using both natural gas and coal mining to produce energy, that they would be better off investing 100% in natural gas. Natural gas will help reduce the emission of CO2, improve the image of their company, increase profits, and ensure long-term company survival. I will conclude that Consol Energy should switch to 100% use of natural gas to reduce the CO2 emission, and as they invested 100% in natural gases for everything, they could help reduce the devastation natural disasters can cause. This is a small step in conquering global warming fully, but in the long run, it will definitely be worth it. Consol Energy, one of the nation's largest coal producers, provides fuel that supplies more than two-thirds of the nation's power and are responsible for mining more bituminous coal than any other U.S. producer. Consol has a long-standing history, which presents it as a successful and reliable energy company. The company's management team consists of a group of men who have acquired honorable degrees and have achieved a lot in their lives, all which allow them to run this company at a high, dependable, and respectable level in order to instill safety, compliance, and continuous improvements for Consol Energy. Consol stands out from its competitors by using both natural gas and coal to power the community. However, using coal as a resource to produce power is putting out large amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Although coal is proven to be adaptable to different needs and cost efficient, it is a horrible resource for the environment. Coal is a non-renewable energy source, and using coal in power plants adds to Earth's pollution and poses health hazards. It is one of the largest sources of carbon dioxide released in the world. Estimating the health impacts of the coal-fired power plants receiving international financing, an article provided by the Environmental Defense Fund states that, in addition to environmental and human health harm caused by greenhouse gas emissions, coal-fired power plants emit massive amounts of toxic air pollutants. The release of carbon dioxide from the use of coal in power plants like Consol Energy is causing climate change and global warming. The increase of trapped CO2 in the atmosphere is heating the Earth's surface. In Elizabeth Berner and Robert Lerner's book, Global Environment, Water, Air, and Geochemical Cycles, they explain that the global average surface temperature has increased, especially since 1950. According to the HuffPost, 2012 has been the warmest year in the U.S. to date. The increase of heat is resulting in the melting of the polar ice caps in the Greenland, Antarctica ice sheets, and the mountain glaciers, which are causing sea levels to rise. Sea levels are expected to continue to increase if global warming continues on. The article Significant Sea Level Rise in a 2-Degree Warmer World states that New York City has been shown that 1 meter of sea level rise could raise the frequency of severe flooding from once per century to once every 3 years. It is important to reduce the emission of CO2 because if sea levels continue to rise, human lives could be at stake. Since Consol Energy genuinely cares about improving the lives of their customers, the last thing Consol should want to do is to continue to burn coal that is causing global warming. Consol Energy is one of the largest independent natural gas exploration, development, and production companies in the United States. They have access to more than 3.5 trillion cubic feet of proven clean-burning natural gas reserves. By switching to 100% use of natural gas, Consol Energy will improve the image of their company. Since natural gas is the cleanest burning fossil fuel and doesn't produce air particles that of coal, American cities are starting to realize the safety of switching over. An article on ScienceDirect.com titled Energy Policy explains that people are opposed to having coal-fired plants near their homes, but aren't as opposed for natural gas plants. If people see Consol switching over to just natural gas, they are more likely to have their power produced by them. America is changing for the better, and more companies are starting to produce environmental friendly products. In today's society, it is all about going green, and by presenting a safer and healthier image to their customers, they will keep them and gain more. In addition to improving a company's image, Consol Energy should switch to only using natural gas because it can increase their profits. By improving the company's image, they will gain more customers, and by gaining more paying customers, they are increasing their profits. Consol currently uses longwall systems, which are the safest and most productive method of underground coal mining. However, although using coal is cheaper than natural gas, the cost of having to invest in the equipment of production of both natural gas and coal mining outweighs the price of fully investing solely in natural gas. By using both types of fuel as the means of energy, Consol is having to hire experienced workers from both fields of production. If they decide to hire new employees, the company will have to pay for them to be trained in either field or pay extra for them to be cross-trained. In the long run, Consol will be investing a lot of money in their employees by using both fuels. Since Consol Energy values the role they play in the community and are committed to creating different opportunities for their local communities in which their employees live, switching to all natural gas production would be creating more job opportunities for the local communities and outside communities. The money they save by switching to just natural gas could be used to invest in experienced workers or pay new ones to be trained. In either one of these situations, they will be saving money by investing only in one power source. Last but not least, Consol Energy should switch to 100% use of natural gas production because it ensures long-term company survival. A lot of people want to see coal power plants gone because they release too much CO2 into the atmosphere. President Obama wants to put a cap and a trade system into place that would charge every unit of CO2 or other greenhouse gases emitted to the polluter, which would in this case would be Consol, and bankrupt the coal industry. The president wants to see coal off the table and use the money to invest in solar, wind, biodiesel, and other alternative energy approaches. Continuing to use coal mining is putting the company at risk of bankruptcy and even being shut down. Consol Energy provides energy to thousands of families and have a lot of people depending on them for power. If they don't switch, they are putting these families in risk of living without power until they are able to connect with another company, which could take days or even weeks. This will be a financial burden to their loyal customers. Before I end, I would like to hit one last important reason why Consol Energy should switch to 100% use of natural gas to help reduce global warming. Along with sea levels rising, the trapping of CO2 and other gases in the atmosphere causes the sea surface temperatures to rise as well. According to the National Climate Data Center, El Nino has increased by warmer sea surface temperatures. El Ninos have been more frequent and intense in recent decades. Natural disasters can devastate communities and leave them without power and other resources needed for survival. This will call for Consol to work that much harder and invest more money in getting the plants back up. By investing in a healthier resource to keep fueling their energy sources, Consol will be helping lower the devastation natural disasters can cause. I will conclude by saying that Consol Energy should switch to 100% use of natural gas to fuel energy to their communities. By doing so, they will be helping eliminate the amount of CO2 and other greenhouse gases which are causing global warming. Switching would allow for the company to reduce the emission of CO2, improve the image of their company, increase profits, and ensure long-term company survival.